welcome back to another video. In the last video, you saw that we upgraded this computer. Let me move the tripod over. This is a Dell Inspiron 530. In this video, we're going to be installing an operating system on it. So, I don't know if you can see, but this disk is Windows 8. Let me move that up a bit. That's Windows 8. And we're going to be installing that on this. So in the last video we upgraded the RAM from 2 to 4 gigs. We put a second hard drive in here. Now there's a 160 and a 160 and a 250 as opposed to just the 250. 160 is going to be our boot drive for Ubuntu 14 something. I don't know if I can find my disk or not. And we put this new graphics card in here. So we are going to start up the computer now and throw in the disk. But actually, I forgot. So apparently, if you have two or more hard drives plugged into the system, Windows will sometimes install something on the second or third or whatever drive. So we're just going to unplug that for now and plug it back in when we're done and fire it up again. So let's pan over to the monitor. Actually, bring the tripod a bit closer. You can hear the disk spin up. I'm trying to make that even. And tripod's a bit off. There we go. So let's hit F1. You may notice that there is an optical drive in here. However, the optical drive that already is in the system is broken. It will not physically eject the tray. So I'm using, I took the SATA data cable and I just connected it to the second hard drive. And the that optical drive just doesn't work, so I'm not going to have it plugged in or anything. So Windows always takes a long time to start into the installer. At least on this computer it does. Maybe not. Well, that's kind of interesting. Usually goes quite a lot slower than that, so I think it just hangs here for a while, actually. I'm not entirely sure on that one. But I'm going to continue once we're in the installer. So we made it to the installer after a few restarts because it doesn't seem to be responding to anything. Let's go ahead and select install now. Alright, so it's asking for the product key, so we'll go ahead and type it in. Let me put down my laptop and grab the keyboard. If you can see the product key, that is fine, presumably, because this is like a, not hacked, but it's one of those like crack product keys or whatever. This Windows install is, or this Windows disk, we did physically pay for it, or I did at least, but product key is nowhere to be found, so I'm just using this till I can find it. Should work. So I agree. So custom. Let's format that. So yes, this is the drive we're gonna be installing on. My mouse will stop like freaking out. But we are finished with the installer. Now we just need to let it install. So I'll continue when it's finished with that. So Windows just finished installing. Just gonna wait for it to get into like an OS or something. Alright, so now that we made it to this, I'm going to select this green color. No. Yes. Let's go for that green, and let's put in a name for the computer. Let's call this, just do this. Nope. Of course it is. Time is it? It's just past midnight now, so I'm like really tired, and I haven't been like talking at all through this whole like segment or this whole clip. Yeah, I'll set up a local account because it can connect to the internet. It's like, oh. Well, what do you know? Our Wi-Fi's down, like usual. Anyway. I'd rather have the local account anyway. I hate using my Microsoft account for everything. I have to use it for Skype for everything. It's kind of stupid. Sorry. I'm really sorry about that. I hate Windows. I hate it so much. Just need this for compatibility reasons and everything, you know. Right, so why can't it be the same as the PC name? I mean, like, come on. Just because this is a temporary system. And I just hit the, never mind. What I mean by temporary system is I'm working on like a socket 775 gaming build, so I'm not building that yet. I still have to collect some parts for it. I'm probably going to use the Core 2 Duo from this machine until I get a Core 2 quad. I'm going to go for the 3 GHz, I think it's the Q9650 Core 2 quad. So it's like the highest end Core 2 quad you can get. I believe it's a Xeon with a special adapter or something. I don't know. I haven't looked into that, but I've seen Core 2 Duos or Core 2 quads that are like that. So enough with the flashy animations and all this like whoa, look at this so cool stuff. I just want to use my Windows computer, but it's gonna be a pretty nice machine, hopefully. I'm going for a kind of cheaper aesthetic on it, just like because the components I'm using. I'm going for like the aesthetic of the era with like not matched colors, anything like bare steel inside of the case that has that like really ugly metal appearance to it, you know. Actually, I have a parts list that I'm kind of working on. I have a bunch of components. I have the RAM, I have most of the hard drives. My friend is giving me the power supply for it. And processor I probably will have, so that's just it, if you want to see it. So we're in Windows finally, and let me go ahead. It didn't give me the option to upgrade to Windows 8, or Windows 10, so I'm gonna do that eventually, but I have no idea when. So, okay, I don't care. I know how to use Windows. I hate how it does that every single time I try to do something. So, solid colors, I want to put, I'm gonna do that. There we go. That's better. So, I'm gonna change that back to something else, but anyway, that's gonna be it for this bit. Oh, no, it's not. I still have to install Ubuntu, don't I? So, I guess we'll, shut down the machine again and throw the Ubuntu. I thought this was the end of the video for a sec, but it's not. Not that I'm looking forward to it or anything like that. So, I have to eject that. Let me... And, where's my Ubuntu disk? Is this it? Way across the... Yeah, so, let's throw that in. And restart. Thinking about going with an HD 4870 or maybe two of them if possible, but cheapest one I can find is $35, and they are actually extremely bad pictures, so I'm not really, it's kind of sketch, so I'm not going to look at that one. Actually, here's a better picture of one. I should boot straight into Ubuntu. One thing that I love about Windows, or I love about Ubuntu, is whenever I try to install different Linux distros, it just gives me the option to erase the disk or not install at all. But with Ubuntu, it says install alongside Windows, or install alongside whatever OS, and that's like really, I really like that, because, well, I can install it alongside the other operating system. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and install Ubuntu. I know the ins and outs of that, so I've been using Ubuntu for a while. And we should be connected to the internet, but my stupid Wi-Fi router over there, it's an Apple Express base station, but I've been having tons of problems with it. Pardon me for cutting across the shot there. My brother and I fight a constant war against our Wi-Fi to keep it working. It's not, so let me just unplug and plug it back in. Hopefully that sorts it, because that usually does. It's so annoying. I don't know what's wrong with it, but none of our Wi-Fi works, so. And there's me going across the shot again, and I have to get up again, still. for a router to fully start up. Don't tell me it's going to restart the computer. Of course, the moment it turns off, our Wi-Fi router starts working again, which it literally just like turned on, or it literally just started working, which is just goes to show. Anyway. I'm just gonna hard shut down. I think I'm gonna restart it. Let's go to install Ubuntu. The funny thing is this clip is almost 25 minutes long. I'm gonna cut it back quite a bit, like the boot up process and all that. I'm gonna cut it back. I'm sure you understand that, but you can see install Ubuntu alongside Windows 8, so let's just do that. Let's make those both half and half. I'd rather it just be like whichever one takes up more space, and it's like a dynamic thing, but I'd rather, yeah, that's fine, they're half and half. It's alright, that's all I really need. Alright. Fair enough. I just hit the tripod. And I'm at low battery, so hopefully this goes quickly. My room's kind of cold. Anyway. Installation is complete. You need to restart the computer in order to use the new installation. Restart now. Oh, my room is like freezing. It's terrible up here. My room's is like freezing. Did I really just say that? Yes, my room is like freezing anyway. Yeah. This is a pretty nice machine. By the way, I think I sorted the graphics card issue with the 775 build that I was talking about. I'm gonna go with dual dual R9 295 X2s. No, I'm gonna go with dual HD 46. I think they're 4670s. They're like the single slot, really stumpy cards, and I'm gonna put those in Crossfire. So, not gonna be the highest end, but it'll get by theoretically. I have no idea what the performance is like on those. I might be better off going with like, oh yes, I really like it when it does this. So it'll boot up into Ubuntu by default, but we're gonna turn it off. And something that we did a long time ago was unplug this hard drive. So yeah, plug it back in. I'm trying not to block the shot with my head, so my head's like 3 feet away and I can't see the connectors too well. Terrible eyesight. But those connectors are now plugged in, so let's zoom back out. I'm using my iPhone. I think I told that a couple million times already, and this tripod is broken, which isn't good. So we're gonna hit the power button again. You can feel the air coming off that fan. Wow. But we're going to boot up into Windows first, and then Ubuntu. Just check everything. I wonder if I put Ubuntu on a separate hard drive, if it would let me like set up my default system through the BIOS as like a priority boot device. I'm going to unplug our optical drive as well, because we don't really need that anymore. Everything is sorted with that, so I'll just throw it aside. Let's log in. Anyway, I'll let that do whatever, and we'll go into never mind, I'll figure that out later. So if we go into my computer, we can see Untitled, and that is our D drive. So let's rename that. So local disk. So local disk, nothing's on that, and then this is our boot drive. So you can see 80 gigs now because we partitioned it half and half for Ubuntu. That's that. So let's boot into Ubuntu. Restarting. The 775 build. Once again, I'm gonna make a video on it, but it's gonna have a 60 gig SSD for Windows, a 200 gig for Linux, and that'll probably be partitioned 2 or 3 ways for different distros. If I do put that in, and then we'll have 2 500 gig drives in it. Or at least that's my plan. I have all the hard drives I need except the SSD. The SSD is like $50. That was the $45 one that I was talking about. So let's go straight into Ubuntu. I've not... Booting into something like this is like so nostalgic. Haven't done this in a good 3 years. Selecting Ubuntu in a menu like that. Basically, first time I used Ubuntu was that was a Dell Inspiron, or no, a Dell Dimension 5150 with Windows XP and Ubuntu 12.10. and I would have to select Ubuntu. Wait, no, I'd have to select to go to Windows through that menu, like on this one, which is pretty cool. And then the other computer, the other one of these that I had, the Voster 200, that one, it's I guess Windows wasn't registered on that one either, so when I put it in a different, put the drive in a different system, it wouldn't let me boot into Windows at all. I didn't really have anything important on there anyway, on Windows. There wasn't really anything on that anyway, so said anyway about 600 times. So we have, you can see we have 80 gig volume and local disk. So this is our this is our 80 gig partition for Ubuntu, and that's local disk. So this is pretty cool. So you can see there's nothing, doesn't seem to be anything of substance in there, and then this is our everything. So yeah, both our operating systems are installed. We can go ahead and shut this down. So thanks for watching. That's going to be the end of the video. So please remember to like or dislike. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see some other videos coming up. Maybe the 775 build will actually happen. But that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. And I believe that's going to be a setup tour, so look forward to that.